Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys, I caught up with Coach Lannon before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the ground game. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yep. Makes the catch, and he's free. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Bryce Underwood. He'll throw it. Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. They'll run it. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand at least.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Underwood throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Here he comes with the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Hill. Still on his feet at the 40. Flying down the left side. Past the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
On the option. He's got the first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Here's Underwood to throw. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Long way to go on second down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need a bunch on second down. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Throws it back. Rush right in his face. Underneath toaster coverage. Got it deep downfield. Turns it on down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Turning it on. He's at the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Briggs. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Play action with Underwood. Buying time to his right. Out wide right, it's Whalen. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The running back has it. Oh, what a move. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Making the adjustment. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Drives inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off.
And the gutsy call on 4th down, running the RPO, handing the football off, making the right read. You could tell they stuck it up in there, and they got the 1st down.
He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Look out! And his throw is incomplete. Big house trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Now here's Joseph. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Hill.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Joseph. Right side, it's Johnson. Crosses the 30, he's got away. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Ducks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Send the tight end in motion. Run in the red zone, it's Hill. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Touchdown, Ducks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. The handoff. Got room at the 35. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Running inside, it's Briggs. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Underwood. Out wide right, it's Chambers. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Turns it upfield. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Hands it off on the counter. Driven back.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Play fake, Underwood. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. That is no good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Throwing Joseph. Rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Right side, it's Hill. At the 45, on his way. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with Middle Tennessee State taking on the number 13 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Blue Raiders with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Joseph. Out wide right, it's Hill. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Wants to throw one first. Left side is Hill. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing Joseph. They're all over him. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver, the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Again, it's Joseph. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Punt is in the air. Trying to take it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Looking for a crease. It's Briggs. He's got enough. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Wide receiver comes in motion. A run for the quarterback. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Throwing, Underwood. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. A relatively short but effective gain. He's out of bounds at the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On first down, it's 2nd and 7. Joseph. Right side, it's Hill. Looking for room at the 25. Makes a grab and room to run. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Out wide left, it's Hill. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Red Evan on the RPO. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great. consistency there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hill. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Throwing Joseph. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback keeps it. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Ducks! They move on top here in the 4th. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. To the back. There he goes. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Tag. He is in. Touchdown, Michigan. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Now here's Joseph, moving to his left. He'll try to do it himself. Down he goes. The Ducks will hustle to the line. From the gun on third down, Joseph. Got his man on the right. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think
they've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Keeps it moving. It's Hill. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Joseph. Got it. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quick give. It's Hill. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide right, it's Bear. And he stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hill.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Throwing Joseph. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Joseph. Under pressure. Left side is Bear. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He wants a big play here late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Moving out to the right. He's going to take off. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Out wide left, it's Buchanan. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. He's got it. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And after that big completion with no timeouts, you need to clock it right now. You need to spike the ball, save some clock, knowing you've got to throw this ball into the end zone, give yourself a chance to win.
It's complete to the right. At the 20, he's got space. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Underwood. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Making the adjustment on the play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Again, it's Underwood. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. They'll run it. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. And they're going to go for 2 and try to decide it right now. Wilson. Eagle, check, Eagle. Here's Underwood to throw. It's incomplete, and the try for 2 and the attempt to take the lead does not work in the final seconds. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested.